I want to talk about the wrists and the elbows today and how they work in the golf swing to hinge the club. I see a lot of people come in here using their elbows to hinge the club instead of their wrists. And I'll show you what that looks like. Right there and right there. It's not good. It doesn't create consistency or power. So when I see that, I usually have people do a little test for me by holding the club out at arm's length and just hinging the club up and down. Now, as you do this, if your elbows start to help, which they will because your biceps are what control your elbows, and your biceps are strong. They pick stuff up all day. They're like, we got this. We can help you hinge the club. Well, no, we don't want them to. We don't want them to help. We want the forearms and the wrists to be doing the work at the outside end of the swing arc. And so if that's really hard, if your elbows start to work, you can do a little bit of strength training. And this is super easy. You just anchor one arm to your body, and you can do that right below the elbow so you can really feel the forearm muscle work. And then you just hinge the club up and down. Do this 5, 10, 15 times a day, a few times a week. And what you'll do is build some forearm strength, but also just train that muscle how to work in isolation away from the bicep. So just really getting the wrist and the forearm to be working on their own. So then what does that look like in the swing? Again, I'll show you what it doesn't look like. Does not look like this. It looks like this. So we want to get the wrists hinging up to 90 degrees and then swinging through and up to 90 degrees on the other side. And that's just as much as you need to do to practice. And then when you're hitting a golf ball and trying this, just do a half swing. You don't want to do a full swing with this. You're really training just half to half. So L shape to L shape is what we say. Practice that, get your strength, you will get some consistency, and most importantly, power.